In today's video, 30 years after hanging up my racing leathers, I go back to racetrack. See what's changed, see what's the same. Very interesting experience for me. I will talk about it during the video after the introduction. July, we're in South Canterbury, Levels Raceway near Timaru. First time for me back at a track in 34 years. Pretty excited, pretty pumped. It's going to be awesome. I want to see what's changed over those years between when I was racing and how they're racing today. Anyway, let's go check it out. First thing I noticed since come back, these things, electric blankets for the tyres, tyre warmers, or what do you call them, mate?
Formula 1, Formula 2,
tyre warmers,
moped,
we never had those.
Formula 1, Formula
And then,
2, moped,
of course, there's no girls up in the tower keep track of every bike. Nowadays they have one of these. I guess it's some sort of GPS, I don't know. And of course, your GoPro. Sure as hell didn't have them either. I think a few of the guys had one of those high 8 tape cameras and the whole cut in their fairing. That's how they got the footage. So, yeah, a few changes are right. And of course, super motards. Didn't have them either. So we're looking at these modern bikes. Of course, we've got traction control now, all the electronic rider assist stuff, traction control, of course, fuel injection. We were still racing with carbureted motors back then. So yeah, these modern bikes, a lot more technological than what we had. Easy to work on back then though, wasn't too complicated. Didn't really have to do any electronic diagnostics. You basically motor, fuel, spark, and then fine tune it from there. Anyway, these guys seem to go a lot faster than I remember going back in the day. One thing that hasn't changed much is the social aspect. Of course, we all love the same thing, you know, we're all passionate about motorbikes and helping each other out and just socialising in the pits between races. Very common back in the day, and of course still relevant today. Female riders, seen a couple of girls out there racing. Good to see, great to see. Probably about the same as what you would have expected back when I was racing, so nothing's really changed there. You know, one or two girls for a race meeting like this, so nothing's really changed in that respect, but very good to see. Classes haven't changed too much, still have Formula 1 of course, Formula 2, that's the 600s, Formula 3, I think they call it 300 now, I might be wrong, that's, you know, 400 4-strokes, and I'm not sure what they go for 2-strokes. Super motard, now super motard's something that we never had back then, a few years probably into the early 90s, mid 90s when super motards really came out, so it makes things exciting, and those guys can sure throw their bikes around. Shows you don't need to be too aerodynamic with the fairing and that to stay competitive. They look like they're having a lot of fun anyway, that's for sure. Just talking to people around the pits today, it's like round 2 or round 3 of a local winter series. So not pulling in the riders from all over New Zealand certainly. I think the fittest way rider was from the West Coast, which is about 4 or 5 hours drive away. So not a lot of spectators, just like a winter series, I guess, to keep your hand in over the winter months and getting ready for the serious racing series, which starts early summer, close towards Christmas. So anyway, it was a very exciting day for me. I must admit, the old memories came flooding back, and I confess I would have liked to have been out there, that's for sure. I'm not going to get back into it. I'm just going to enjoy going and watching now, I think. Yeah. Bucket racing. I see bucket racing still a thing, which is great to see. I was talking to some guys in the pits, and if I remember rightly, bucket racing in New Zealand was actually started by some Air Force guys. I guess Air Force technicians and engineers and that. They would, as a bit of a project, side project, would build these little low-powered or low-cc racing bikes, and they'd race them out on the, I guess on the runway. Make a little track up around the runway and tarmac at the air bases. And they started a series and it grew from there. So very good to see. You can race, of course, bucket racing, very cheap way to get into racing, and very competitive and very fun. So I'm really glad to see that was still going. Bears, I didn't see much Bears action there. That in the Formula 1 there, that bike that was leading or coming, jockeying around between first and second, it was a modern Aprilia. Looked fairly stock. I don't know what he's done to it, but I know with I'm sure he's had the mapping adjusted for racing. So yeah, very competitive bike, going very fast. Well, I never actually raced myself at levels. Only South Island track I ever raced at was Ruapuna at Christchurch, where this photo was taken about 1989, 1990. So I guess a quick summary of things would be what are the differences? What's changed in 30 years? Not a lot, I would say. Technology, obviously, big thing. Atmosphere, same as it ever was. I'm sure socially in the evenings and that everybody gets together as well. So, but the bottom line is, no matter how much technology you're having on those bikes, you still got to ride it around that circuit quicker than anybody else to win. And it was very interesting to see. I enjoyed the day, and I'll definitely go again. Levels Raceway, of course, it's near Timaru. It's one of 3 permanent circuits in the South Island. Of course, we've got Ruapuna and Christchurch, Levels in Timaru, and Teratonga way down in Invercargill. That's excluding all the street races that there are. There's quite a few of those around. There's a street race again in Invercargill. There's Greymouth still was running street races. They have had them in the past in other towns and cities, but certainly Greymouth is a permanent fixture now, and very exciting racing there as well. I'll do a video on that after the next races at Greymouth. Very exciting street circuit there, and I'll do a full report on that after that race meeting. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so hit the subscribe button down there, and I'll do a giveaway at 100 subscribers. Merchandise, shirts, hoodies, caps, things like that, some sponsorship stuff. And yeah, put some comments down below, especially if you've raced at levels, and any of my old mates there that remember me from back in the day, way back when. Old Mark on his DB1, and I used to have some great tussles back in the day, and I know he's still riding. So anyway, Mark, if you watch this video, put a comment down below. Stay safe. Catch you in the next video.